What is up, fish families? I am your host,
Flimlimlies.
DJ, and I'm joined by Mr. Eden himself. It is Garrick Bartholomew.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that's my name. Maybe wear it out a little bit. I don't mind.
How are you doing today, brother?
I took a me day today. Dude, 3 a.m. last night. I woke up and just had a fucking monster headache. Like I woke up to a headache at 3 a.m. And really, it was actually just a migraine forming.
Really?
Dude, it sucked. And I knew it was a migraine forming because every once in a while, I'm sure I've mentioned this before, and if I have, my bad. But in my youth, especially when I was a teenager, I had chronic headaches all the fucking time. We think they were stress induced because shocker, shocker, I'm a high anxiety individual, even was as a teenager, right? And so I sometimes will I'm trying to find the words. Just occasionally get these migraines. I get them 3 times a year. But I used to get them all the time as a teenager, and so it's they're almost the same, the exact fucking same every time, dude. It literally starts in one temple, usually in my left one, sometimes the right though, but usually the left one, and then it works its way all the way around to the back of my head, and then by the time it's back there, even turning my phone screen on makes me want to vomit. It sucks.
Oh, that sucks, dude. That sucks.
But slept that off and then finished Wonder Man. So after the headache went away, it was a fairly normal chill day. But just kind of ended up finishing Wonder Man. Had the last 2 episodes to kind of pound out. Did that, and then just been playing some Cairn mostly.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've been I went to work today. It was a pretty chill day. I bought these
Did you go in early? You got off pretty early today.
Yeah, I went in at 8. So not bad. 8 to 3. So it's
not bad. That's not bad at all.
Not a bad shift at all. Way better than 6 in the morning. And for me, I liked having time to wake up. So if my shift is at 6, I'm waking up at 4. So I have time to wake
right.
up. And properly, because I cannot for the life of me wake up 30 minutes and have to rush out the door. I will explode.
Yeah, you can't be that guy that just hits his alarm, throws his clothes on,
throw clothes on,
goes
dude.
to
I
work.
can't do it.
I am that guy. I totally am that guy.
I've talked to some of my friends about it. They used to be those guys like me, but then they got married. And they cannot, or they have kids, and they cannot do that anymore.
Yeah, I would definitely have to decrease my bathroom time a lot if my wife and I shared a bathroom like we used to. Her morning routine is much longer than mine.
Yeah.
But she's also not a morning person, and I kind of don't mind it.
Yeah, I like the mornings, but I just need my time, dude. I need to get up. I need to have time to recognize that I'm alive. You know what I mean?
Right, you need time for your consciousness to catch up
dude,
with your
because I'm sitting, ass naked on the toilet.
You're a slow start kind of
guy. I'm sitting ass naked on the toilet scrolling TikTok. I'm not. I don't have to take a shit.
Dude, I'm not even a fucking human being at that point yet.
I'm
dude.
I'm all right. Wait,
I'm in
I got
an
hour.
Proto-human in between state.
Yeah, oh shit, I got an hour to work. All right, now I get to put on some clothes. And
dude,
then
been there. Yeah, dude, you fucking have those mornings where like you shower up and then like you just like fucking you put that towel around your waist and then you just sit down.
Yeah, I
And
just
you
sit,
just
dude. I'm
start
just like chilling. I'm
scrolling,
like,
bro.
bro. No, when
You're
I
just
wake up, I'm
and then
like scrolling. I'm
you're like, oh
like,
fuck.
I'm like cocooned in my bed. My phone's like this, dude. I'm fucking,
Yeah,
you know what I'm
dude.
saying?
Lit by
Just
nothing but your phone screen.
yeah, yeah, just illuminating my face, just like fucking. What's on Twitter today? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh!
dude.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
100%
And
been there,
then
dude.
I exit Twitter. TikTok, scroll TikTok.
Right? You're
This
like,
this
I'm
TikTok made
alive
me
on social
upset.
media, but
Yeah,
not in
yeah.
the real world yet.
This TikTok made me upset. Back to Twitter, baby. Back to Twitter.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We're not talking about social
100%.
media because we're talking about all the games, internet expectations, mountain milestones, and much, much more. Because this is Good Kraken's Death Ratio, where we're slashing through the podcast space to be your source for all the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear each and every week. If you want to get ahead of the curve, you can head on over to patreon.com/goodkrakenpods, where you can submit questions and topics to the show, get exclusive content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services, wherever you like to watch or listen. You can also help us level up our game by joining the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link down in our description section below and subscribing to our podcast channel by searching for Death Ratio. That's DEATH space RATIO and leaving a review there.
Yeah, do it. Leave that review.
Yeah, leave
Leave
a
that
review,
review.
please. We dare you to. Genuinely.
Yeah.
Genuinely,
Double dog dare you, actually.
go leave a review because we don't think
Do
you
it.
can. Okay, prove us wrong. Prove us wrong. If you can't, then you suck.
Do it.
Shame
Do
on you.
Do it.
Garrick, we got some critical hits.
Mhm.
Please, begging you. Check out goodkraken.com. See all of our merchandise.
We might
And,
have some stuff coming up for that soon.
Yeah, we have some stuff coming soon. So keep on the lookout. Bookmark it.
Yeah.
Save it.
You're gonna want to be there. Want to be in there like swimwear.
Set an alarm clock.
Makes sense because it's very nautical themed.
Yeah, set an
So
alarm
you might
clock
need to be in swimwear
for
be there.
4:36 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for March 29th.
Just use a random date.
What if we do? We actually do something crazy, like we just so happens to have something for that day.
Or
what even is that day? What is March 29th?
Dude, I don't even know.
That's a Sunday. Okay, we might have something for you Sunday.
Who knows, dude?
Who knows? Speaking of Sundays, Songs from the Abyss, episode 28, Snakes and Skeletons, out now. Ernell had to take a little bit of time to edit, but it is up. Latest episodes is out. Go check that out. There's a moose loose about the hoose. We also have episode 203. 203 of them. Of the Shipwreck Show Trivia Night, where no one won except for the people.
That was fun, actually.
Very fun.
I enjoyed that.
Very fun. But even though the topics were about like random dumb shit that no one cares about, nobody knows half these names.
Sure.
Yeah,
sure. Nobody knew like a lot of that
like
stuff.
Genuinely,
right.
like
none of it was.
Like nobody knows these freaking bands. Who's My Chemical Romance?
Yeah. Nobody's ever
knows
heard
these obscure ass fucking bands.
Nobody's ever heard of My Chemical Romance. Super deep cut indie garage
very deep.
band.
Like,
You're
come
right.
on, man.
Nobody knows shit about that fucking artist.
Wonder Man series review this week for 20,000 Films. Be on the lookout. If you wonder where Wonder Man's gonna be wondering, check out the Wonder Man review. All right, Garrick. What we got going next,
Yeah.
man?
Oh yeah. We're lining them up because we are about to tell you guys what is coming up in the line of sight.
Line of sight. This is where we talk about the upcoming games that are releasing starting today. The date of today's recording, which is February 3rd.
Yeah.
Into
February 3rd.
the day before next recording, which is Monday, February 9th. No games are released yesterday or today, but we start off February on February 5th with Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, Switch, and PC. Someone has that. I believe Ernell recently just put that on his fantasy critic. So shout out to Ernell. So
What did
we'll
you put
see.
on there? The new
He put on Dragon Quest 7 Reimagined.
Oh yeah.
Um, we also have PUBG Blind Spot Early Access coming to PC on February 5th. I believe this is like I don't know what the hell this is. Like a hero shooter. I don't know. It's in the
Dude, we have
PUBG
so many of
universe.
those. Do we need more of those?
I have
PUBG
no clue.
hero
It's 1 to
shooter?
5
That
players. Maybe
seems
it's like a PVE
that seems
game. Maybe a story
that seems
game.
odd. Interesting.
Last thing I saw, I thought it looked like a strategy game, but I could be wrong.
Interesting.
I could be wrong. But I heard they were also doing their
Could be.
own extraction shooter called PUBG Black
And that's
something.
not this.
It's not this. I don't know. Like Black Zone. I don't know what the fuck it's called. What's it? I'm gonna look it up right now. Actually,
I know that's not exactly what I'm doing. I was like, what is
Black Budget?
PUBG
Yeah,
Blind
Black
Spot?
Budget.
Black Budget.
Yeah, it's like a mix of like the Tarkov and like Stalker ish. With the
So,
there's like anomalies and shit.
Blind Spot is a 5v5 top-down tactical shooter.
Top down.
Mm-hmm.
Interessante. Next up we got Sid Meier's Civilization 7 for Mac and iOS. Shout out Sid
Good
Meier.
For them. Good for them.
We also
They're always behind, but they get it
they're
eventually.
always behind, yeah. We also have Tomb of the Bloodletter coming out February 5th. I think we saw a trailer for this.
The name sounds familiar.
It
I think
sounds very
PC. It's a strategy game of some sort.
Yeah, it's published by indie.io, so shout out to them. All right, that wraps up for February 5th. Moving into February 6th, that is Friday. We have Carmageddon Rogue Shift. Dope name. Coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, Switch 2, and the PC. We also
What's Carmageddon about? That sounds very
I think it's like
yeah, like a Twisted Metal coded.
Yeah, the cover looks Twisted Metal coded.
Vehicular combat video game. Yup.
Yeah. Developed by 34 Big Things. That's a great developer name. You also have JDM Japanese Driftmaster. Coming to PlayStation 5 February 6th. I think PlayStation 5 exclusive. Actually, no, this is on PC. This released on PC last year. And so this is the PS5 port. Shout out to JDM. We also have My Hero Academia All's Justice coming to P5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC.
The game's going to be exactly what you think it is. Exactly what you think it is.
Yeah, I think it's sad.
And the experience will be exactly what you think it is. I've played the other game, and guess what? Because I've played the other game, that means I've already played.
They need to change these anime arena fighters, man. Like, what is
dude? They
deal?
gotta.
Why we are so past like the rose tinted glasses of like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, and
Oh
like
yeah, dude. We were like the
Budokai
bygone era
Tenkai,
of
like you
like
know what I'm saying? Like we're way
they had their
past this.
time. We got to
Like,
do
why
other
not make
shit.
a regular fighting game? Why not do it?
Dude, even just a regular fighting game might actually do a lot of these franchises some justice.
If Invincible can do it, I feel like these properties can as well. But the fucked up thing is people still buy these, like just because of the property alone, which like I think
Oh
is
yeah,
like
dude.
on the
Jump Force
same
exists.
level on the same level of like people buying Madden and like NBA 2K and FIFA every year. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
like the need to buy the anime game that's eventually just an arena fighter. Um, which gets
Yep.
like nothing, no play, no esports, dude. You don't even have it at EWC, dude. The Prince of Saudi Arabia doesn't even want that there. That's how you know that shit's ass. Um, February 6th as well. Loaded Friday. Loaded Friday, by the way. Neo 3 coming to P5 and PC. So Neo 3
Excited for that. I'm
coming
not gonna play
soon.
it, but my fantasy critic is
Yeah,
excited for
Fantasy
it.
Critic is up there, man. My list is almost full. I took the first chance
I
to bid
saw
on it.
that. I saw some of the games that you grabbed. I was looking at it yesterday and I was like, oh, he took the initiative and filled his list early on.
Yeah.
You grabbed some good games too in that
Yeah.
second little bit. I was looking. I think you have one slot left.
Yeah, one slot left. I'm saving. I might drop one of them just in case. I think I might drop like uh yeah, I'll drop one of the fighting games because I think I should only have one.
Yeah, you got like three.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, I only have two. Um Avatar and Invincible versus. Um and I think I'm going to keep Avatar, so I don't know. I don't know for sure. But I
You
think
think you're gonna drop Invincible versus?
I don't know, dude. Both of them are
Do you
showing
think of the two? That's
promise.
the one, dude. Avatar Legends actually looks like it could be kind of banging.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like the FGC people are liking Avatar, but
Yeah, I have
also
not heard nada on Incredible Versus.
Invincible Versus is made by the same people who made
Yeah,
Killer
Invincible.
Instinct. So
Oh shit, that's actually big
that's
time
what I'm saying.
for
That's
me.
the predicament I
For me,
have.
that's huge
That's the
because
predicament I
I'm a
have,
Killer
dude.
Instinct guy.
Because they
Oh
were
fuck.
playtesting, people were like, "Oh, this
Oh
is kind of
shit.
actually fun." Like so,
Oh
you know what I
damn.
mean? Like that's like
Damn.
I have to have
That
like
actually
I don't know
changes
if
the
I
game
want
a
to
little
stick
bit.
both. So yeah, so it's
We digress.
yeah, but when Devin picked up Marvel Token, I was like, I don't know, I don't know about that game.
Uh dude, it wants to have the fucking aura of Marvel v Capcom so
It's
bad,
not,
and
but
it doesn't.
it's like but it's made by the people who made Guilty Gear, so it's
Yeah,
just
about to
Guilty
say, I was
Gear
gonna say, dude, it
in
literally looks like
Marvel,
Strive.
and not a lot of people like playing like Strive, dude.
No,
Um,
dude.
but yeah, that wraps up our, or actually no, we have one more game. It's PGA Tour 2K25 for Switch 2. All right, that's it. All right, what do we got next, man?
Dude, we're rolling. We're keeping the ball rolling right along.
Yeah.
Coming up next, we are going to be giving you guys just a little something to select. We are on our chapter select, if you will.
Chapter select. Hell yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This
Yes, sir.
is one of our
Yes, sir.
hands-on segments where we provide our first impressions and individual reviews for games we've recently been playing. Garrick has been playing more games than I have, because I procrastinate everything in my life. So,
I do it with TV shows horribly.
yeah, no,
Not
I
games
do it with
though.
everything. I don't even know when's the last time I watched a TV show or a movie.
You're like, I just be watching the same old thing.
Oh man. Oh man. But we have a treat for you, Garrick. Why don't you tell the people about Highguard? Well, actually, no.
Oh yes.
I'll give the people the important
But then
information
you tell
first.
us a little bit
Yeah,
about Highguard, and
let
then
me
I'll
tell
tell
you.
you about
Yeah,
Highguard.
yeah. Developed by Wildlight Entertainment Incorporated and published by them. This is the studio's first game. This was first revealed at the Game Awards last year as the final announcement. with buzzwords like former devs for Titanfall and Apex Legends. This game kind of came out of nowhere. No one knew about this game until then. Besides Jeff Keighley, shout out to Jeff. And he put it on the ending slot. So, yeah. But it released January 26th, 2026 this year. So it released last Monday. And here's the synopsis for Highguard. Let me see if it reels you in. Highguard is a PvP shooter where players will ride, fight, and raid as wardens, arcane gunslingers set to fight for control of a mythical continent. Team up, secure your base, then ride out vast uncharted lands to loot, harvest resources, and upgrade your arsenal as you face off against a rival warden crew looking to claim your territory as their own. Battle for possession of the legendary Shieldbreaker in the open field. Fight to carry it to the enemy base to bring down their shields. Then raid to destroy their base before they can destroy yours. Tell us about Highguard, Garrick.
All right. Yeah, Highguard is a PvP shooter. It's an FPS game, and it's interesting because it wants to carve out its own space in the genre while also simultaneously trying to draw in player base and building a community that enjoys both the hero shooters and MOBA style games. Now, this is not a MOBA, but it does borrow some aspects from MOBA games. In the fact that it has very specific phases. It's actually dedicated phases in this particular thing that is called out by an announcer that lets you know like as those are occurring. But in normal MOBAs, those phases are a little more unspoken, naturally occurring as part of the game. Like if you're League of Legends is probably going to be an easy and prominent example, right? There's like the lane phase, which is your early game, and then you've got your mid game and your late game. But like early game is almost always that lane phase, or like it depending on the role, like you're a jungler, right? Like, and it determines what you're doing in that early game portion, right? You're doing a set amount of thing. You have your task. You have like your objective that you're trying to individually achieve to be able to like branch out to achieve the greater team goal. And it borrows aspects from that, but it sets like hard and fast like phase rules for them. So the game is all about raiding the enemy base and destroying it to be the winner, which is very MOBA coded. It does feature 2 generators and a core, which kind of function like your towers and your core. Again, in this, the generators don't have the ability to like fire back or defend themselves like in many MOBAs. Like the base isn't self-defending. You are like the singular base defenders. At this point in time, the game has 2 game modes, a 3v3 and a 5v5. And they both feel very different because the maps don't change between the amount of players in the matchmaking. So you're still playing with the same amount of players, whether it's 3v3 or 5v5, regardless of the map layout and the base that you choose. I think there's some balance to be had there, but they did only just implement 5v5 like 2 or 3 days after like community feedback was given, saying that like this was the most wanted thing that they wanted. And implemented into the game right away, which they did turn around and add very fast because the game initially did only launch as a 3v3. This is a free-to-play game, which I think is giving it some bonus points because there are things about it that if it had any sort of price tag would make this like an instant Concord scenario. Um, the phasing aside, which is very it's very cut and dry. There is like the loot phase. So there's the reinforcement phase where you start the map. You start into the map. You reinforce your walls to try to protect your generator and your core. And then you like basically go to the edge of your base, and then you wait for your shield to come down, so that you can go to the loot phase. During the loot phase, you and your teammates are either together or individually running around the map, opening chests, mining like this blue ore to spend at these shops that are placed all around the map, or um, fighting off the enemy to try to gain some information on where the airdrop or the shield breaker might spawn. This phase is naturally timed, has like I think it's like a 3 minute phase, 3 to 5 minute phase. That then it instantly goes into the shield breaker spawning. The shield breaker like shows up on the map. The teams converge on where it's going to spawn. They fight over it, pick it up. Then it goes into the interception phase based off of who has picked up the shield breaker. Now the objective is to get the shield breaker to the enemy base so that you can place it at one of their locks. There's like multiple places that you can attack the base from. You don't always have to attack head on. So there's some strategic planning about which angle you may want to attack a base from, because each base has its own ups and downs. It is actually a highly strategic part of the game. Picking your base is very meaningful. You want a base that you feel comfortable defending. You want a base that you are familiar with the layout of. You want a base that you feel like you can defend against the enemy. Choosing the recommended base is often like what I would go with. That kind of gives you the opportunity to try all the various bases that the map suggests. But eventually you will pick a favorite. Once the shield breaker is brought to the enemy base, or if time runs out and it is dropped, whoever's base it is closest to, it automatically goes to and unlocks. So there is like this tug of war sort of momentum in that interception phase, where even if you can't make it to the enemy base, if you can grab that shield breaker and run with it, trying to get that proverbial first down with the fucking thing before you get killed again, right? And trying to get it to the enemy base so that if you do run out of stock, or if overtime does occur and respawns get locked, that when it does eventually get dropped, it is farthest away from your base, closest to the enemy as possible. Then it goes into the raid phase. Raid phase is exactly what it sounds like. It spawns a big siege tower. You can climb it and attack enemies from the top. And it creates a hole in the shield, which then you can use to penetrate the enemy base, plant bombs on the timers, on the generator one at a time, or on the core, and then detonate those to weaken the enemy base. Breaking into the shield in and of itself weakens the enemy base, but touching down those generators and the core speeds the process up along. So you can still be defeated by just having your shield penetrated, like I think it's like 3 or 4 times, even if you have good defenses against your generator, to kind of stop the matches from going on and on forever. And that's the essential gameplay loop. When you are being raided, the attackers have a stock and a time limit. Once stock runs out, the siege machine is destroyed, and then you have to kill any enemies remaining in the base to reset into the reinforcement phase, then the loot phase, and back into, and so on. Into what I was saying earlier about this game having some benefits of being free to play. It's only got 8 characters, which is like nothing. Yeah. 8 characters is nothing. To boot, it's only got 10 guns. 8 characters, 10 guns available in the game. each character does fit into sort of like a MOBA hero shooter-esque archetype: support, defense, destruction for base destruction, um, recon for scouting, that sort of thing. All fairly run-of-the-mill, standard, what you would expect from this kind of game. Uh, one of my initial critiques is that the powers feel really uninspired. Uh, they are they're very hero shooter safe. They're
Ooh.
super safe power sets. Perfect example. One of the characters you might try early on, because he's got a good aesthetic appeal, is the character Slade. He's got like magma arms, and his ability is to summon like a flame like chasm in front of him that like goes and leaves like an AoE of fire behind. His passive is that his regular grenade is replaced with a magma grenade that
Mm.
explodes into a little magma pool. Um, and then like his ultimate rains down fire, right? Nothing we haven't seen a bajillion time in these sorts of games. The recon, what do you think the recon recons with, DJ?
Little sniper rifle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but like, what do you think their power sets based on? What do they give every fucking recon character known to man?
Wall hacks. They, you know what I'm saying? Or
And
like,
if not wall hacks, because their own eyes aren't good
oh,
enough,
binoculars, little spotter. You
or
know
a
what I'm saying?
fucking bird,
Or a
dude.
drone. Or a drone.
Yeah, they gave
Drone
her a
was my
bird.
next guess. You know, I'm sorry, I fucked that
Yeah,
one.
they gave her a bird. They gave her a bird, dude. Like every MOBA hero shooter has like the bird handler, right? They do
Yeah.
exactly what you think they do. They send the bird out. The bird spots enemies.
Ah!
Uh, yeah, there you go. Ultimate lets you get to bird's eye view, like, and put down some obstruction, like cover, gives sight on enemies. Like nothing crazy. Atticus, the guy we saw in the trailer, like the dude has a lightning spear. When you throw the lightning spear, leaves a small lightning AoE, right? His
Mhm.
ultimate, he goes up into the air and he can throw multiple lightning spears. His passive, his lightning spears charges melee. Like it's nothing super duper exciting. You're probably going to be way more concerned with like the guns that you prefer, because honestly, everybody starts with like the same amount of armor and health. You gain armor, which just stacks by gathering out during the loot phase. And that's pretty much it, man. Like that's the whole game. That's it. That's the
Mhm.
game. Like it's the most like, I'm glad this is free and it exists. And like, if you logged in with some friends, you could probably squeak out like 5 to 10 hours of enjoyment, or like boot it up on a Saturday morning to fuck around before you want to play like the real game you want to play for the weekend. It's one of those games, man. Um, like I'm really grateful that the devs took the time to immediately respond to community feedback and add that 5v5, because I will admit the 5v5, it being permanent now, big W from Wildlight
But
Entertainment.
with eight
That's great community feedback.
characters,
But 8 characters and
five
only
v five.
10 guns, like the game's gonna get old real quick. You're gonna learn every character's ins and out really fast. Um, like you're gonna have your two favorite guns that you're going to pick and stick with most of the time, primary, secondary. Everybody's got grenades, so it's not like something you got to pick up. Uh, like it's just it wants to innovate and be exciting and new, but it just didn't. It like took an interesting format, which is like the most exciting thing, is like the unique format of the game. Um, and then just took like all the other safest routes possible. You know what
Mm.
I'm saying? Like they're like guns, super safe. You've got like two, like you got 3 SMGs, 2 assault rifles, 2 shotguns, 2 long range weapons, some support gadgets to help you break down those walls. Uh, and that's that, right? Like nothing we haven't seen in these games a million times. Um, if this game got released with any sort of price tag, it would be fucking DOA, dude.
Concord 2.
DOA. It would have never made it. It's like according to like Steam charts, which I fucking even hate to bring up. It's my least favorite metric, but it's the one. It's the only one we can ever read because we don't track console players. It's only got like 12K players right now. Thank God it's fully crossplay because that's a fairly small pool of players. And even when I was playing with Xander, we were queuing into games, and I was definitely seeing like, oh yep, I saw this gamer tag multiple games in a row. So like as far as like people queuing and playing at the same time, like you might start to see some familiar gamer tags if you're playing a lot around the same time of the day. Um, yeah, man. With that being said, like fucking pass. You don't really need to play Highguard,
Hey,
man.
damn,
Like
even for free, it's a pass, hard pass.
like it's really hard. I haven't hated my own time with it, but
But
like
it's not a lot there.
it's just so uninspiring. And at the end of the day, you want to know what else is also fucking free still? Overwatch 2,
Yeah.
which is your thoughts about Blizzard and Activision aside, this is Overwatch 2 is still a better overall package than what Highguard currently has to offer. Um, like eight players, 8 players and 10 guns, bro. That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
That's
8
it.
characters,
You're gonna
10
be so
guns.
done with that game in 10 hours.
Yeah,
No ranked mode.
I heard the criticism of and this probably just rings true to what you were saying. All the criticisms I've seen, valid ones, are that this game should have released to early access instead of advertising as a full release game
Absolutely.
because the concept is there.
They should have taken the grounded route where they're
Yeah.
like we're gonna release the game in like a playable state. We want ample community feedback. We're gonna respond to that and give you guys updates. We're gonna work on building a roster of heroes. We're going to work on expanding weapon options. There's literally more fucking bases than there are characters to choose, which is insane.
Yeah.
Um, and
And
like which is great. It's a core part of the gameplay, but like, dude, nobody's playing the game for the base layouts. They want to play cool characters with a good aesthetic that have interesting power sets and feel good, behind the camera. And this just doesn't really deliver on that. Like, as much as I hate to say it, am I probably gonna personally continue to play? Yeah, I've already installed it and put some time into it, and I don't hate it. But like, I'm telling you right now, if I were to be like, you should play this game and actually pitch it to you like that, you're gonna install it and be like, Garrick, what the fuck, man? This game kind of is like low key, like not that good. And you're right, it's not that good. It's like I said, it's a fucking Saturday morning cartoons of video games, dude. It's so safe. It's so safe.
mhm.
The fact that it's free is the only reason this game is going to survive, and the fact that the devs have already showed that they're willing to immediately respond to community feedback. That aside, no chance. No chance that this game gets more than 2 years unless they can show that they are going to like really, really put effort into making this game something worth playing and carving out its own mainstay audience in this genre.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, man, and it just seems like it I think can we blame Jeff Keighley for this like
Dude,
overhype?
I felt bad for him almost. Like I
Yeah.
saw that he tweeted he was just like in 2 days you guys are gonna be changing your mind. And we didn't, bro. Like we didn't change our mind.
Like the gameplay loop
I
looks
even was
interesting.
just like, whoa, the criticisms were so harsh that
Mhm.
I was just like, I need to play this myself to see if they're valid. And honestly, pretty much all of them are. Roster is super small. weapon selection super small. Gameplay format has some issues and some balancing and some pacing problems. Like the loot section is so kind of boring because you're literally just running around and collecting loot, and the
There's not a
maps are
reason. There's
so
not
large in
necessarily a reason to
scale.
get loot other than like, oh, we just needed to get it to the goal. Like,
Yeah,
there's no.
just the closest shit by your base. There's no reason to push into enemy territory. And like there's so many times where players will like see the airdrop, which is like this drops the best loot for the round, and they're just like, it dropped closer to their base. It's not worth contesting
Mhm.
because like you know that if you wipe, like they've got like they've got a much larger leg up on the next phase. So
Right.
losing the loot is like feels like an easy thing to like let go. So it's like it's hard when you can when you feel like you want to ignore game mechanics in the interest of the win, right? That's not good. It's not good.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. So I guess hard pass for Garrick
Yeah, it
on
should give me a
Highguard.
pass. Like I wish Highlight Entertainment the best, and I do want this game to succeed. I think it has the potential to, but I'm not going to tell you to go play it right now. If you did, hope you have fun like I have, but
Hmm.
don't expect a lot of it.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey man, shout out to Wildlight Entertainment. Hopefully they can do something. But I mean, yeah, like
Yeah, they're
I
shooting their
think
shot. They're shooting their shot.
the shooting shot seems like a interesting concept for a competitive shooter, and at the same time, uh, I wish they would go to early access. But like you said, like let's listen to feedback. Like they already changed like 3v3 to 5v5 because of
Dude, literally not
how
even
the game
5 days
plays.
after we were three days in, and they were like, "We're going to implement this on a temporary basis." 3 days after that, they're like, "We heard you. We're making it permanent."
Hmm.
Like, which tells me that like
No one else played this
the
game
game
besides
really
Jeff
wasn't.
Keighley.
Yeah, they didn't do any sort of like player testing.
Yeah. Or like community feedback or anything. I don't know. Maybe they did,
Yeah,
and maybe it was a hit for them to like continue
or it
making,
was just
but
a really maybe it was a small pool
yeah. But I think Jeff Keighley putting them up at the like end of
as
the
the
game
final one.
awards, like
Expectations were too high.
too high, man. Like that's like I admire Jeff Keighley because he does play video games and he does admire people's work and understands what he likes in video games. But man, to save that final slot for Highguard, I think was a little too much. Um, Even though
Yeah,
I respect it a lot, but at the same time, like maybe you doomed it. Like knowing the majority of gamers and like social media, like you might have doomed that one. Like if this was a
yeah.
low
Why they
key
are? Yeah,
drop,
that they are the way they are.
yeah, maybe that's on us for not checking our fellow gamer to our right and left. You'd be like, hey man, that's not cool.
Dude, I mean, how often do I tell you to pass on a game
Yeah,
like
it's
outright? It's
mhm,
rare, dude, because
rare.
I want to believe in the game, dude. But
Why don't you wait
even
for
at
a
free to
deep sale?
play,
Maybe
dude.
it goes to
It's
free
like,
50. You know what
yeah, man.
I'm saying? Well, that wraps up our chapter select on Highguard. And we're going to move
Hmm,
straight into something else, but it's also the same. What are we
Oh
going into,
yes,
Garrick?
oh yes. It's time to talk about the thing. To talk about the climb in the end game.
End game, baby. This end game is our
We're here.
headlining segment where we will cover priority topics, conduct team reviews, and have discussions around all things relevant to gaming. Okay. And this time we are going straight back to Garrick because he's been playing more video games than I have.
Right
Um,
back.
and we're gonna be talking about Cairn. Cairn.
Yeah, we are.
Newest game. Garrick picked it on his fantasy in the fantasy draft. You know what I'm saying? Had it up there.
Hmm, hmm.
Had to take it. This is
Just an
developed
easy
by
17 points off the jump.
developed by The Game Bakers. The Game Bakers. Published by The Game Bakers with a B. Bakers.
Hmm, hmm, hmm.
Um, they're known for their previous titles for Fury and Haven. Haven, I think a lot of people know a lot more. Um,
Yeah. I think I have. Yeah, I played. I think I played Footy first.
mhm. Yeah, I think I've seen Haven a ton. I think that was getting a lot of praise when that first release. So, they're riding their wave. They seem to have like a certain style they go for. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but Cairn is what we're talking about tonight with Garrick, released January 29th, 2026. That was literally like 5 days ago, last Thursday. And the synopsis reads: reach a summit never climbed before in this survival climber from the creators of Fury and Haven. Climb anywhere and plan your route carefully, managing pitons and resources to survive the unforgiving Mount Kami. Discover what Ava is willing to sacrifice to achieve the ascent of a lifetime. Ooh.
Uh, Ava. Oh, sorry, Ava. Only because
Ava,
I've heard
sorry.
it said out loud. Ava. I mean, Ava is an honest guess. But yeah, I
Two
only
A's.
know
I was
because
like,
I've heard it
I
pronounced
don't
in
want to. I
Endgame.
want to take the 50-50. I'll take the safer bet. Um,
Yeah, right. But yes, dude, Ava is willing to sacrifice a lot. Actually,
mhm,
I was expecting. I don't know what I was expecting. This game has So there was a demo. This game did have a demo, but I said raw dog or nah dog and chose to ignore it. Because I played Jusant and it
mhm,
was just like this game was for me. It was atmospheric, it was beautiful. I loved the climbing mechanics. It was fantastic. Um so when I saw this get announced, I was just like immediately locked onto it. I was just like, okay, another climbing game, a different art style, still beautiful, still atmospheric. Holy fuck, this is not Jusant. I cannot stress that enough. Jusant is so much more chill.
mm,
So much more chill than Cairn. Uh, Cairn is a a very interesting story about a professional climber named Ava, uh, climbing, like the synopsis said, Mount Kami. Never before summited. Um, and damn, this game is a challenge. Um, it does not hold your hand very much, and it is not afraid to remind you of the harshities of the sport that you're engaging in.
yeah. Extreme
Because
sport.
mountain climbing is no fucking joke, dude. And this is much more a sim. Not a true sim, not like a true sim. It's not, but it's very very sim heavy and has a lot that you need to monitor and keep an eye on. Mechanically, the first thing that stands out is that you operate each limb to climb. Um,
Mhm,
Jusant kind of features. I'm probably going to compare this to Jusant a lot, by the way, because it's the only other climbing game I've ever played. But Jusant is like a left-right trigger mechanic, right? So like left, right, left, right, and like you use that to progress upward, and you just kind of gotta use your stick to pivot your limb in the appropriate direction. Um, with this, you're moving both arms and both legs, and your positioning matters.
mhm,
Like, not every foothold is as good as every other foothold. Not every hold is going to keep you in the position that you need to be for as long as you might need to be there because of how you had to hold it. So, like, you got a strong hold, but like you're putting all of your weight on this arm now. So, this arm will literally start to shake and like as like the muscles start to give, and if you don't reposition it quick enough to redistribute your body weight, you'll fucking fall, dude. You'll go. The muscles give out. It's fucking horrific, actually, because like your controller starts to vibrate, and then like you could hear like the heart pounding in your ears, and then like the muscles of Ava start to shake,
oh,
right?
ugh.
And dude, and then she starts to like exclamate, but it's not like not screaming like that. It's like that pained grunt of effort, like the the one dude, like that. I have to get a better grip or it's all
Yeah.
over. Yeah, and it's
You
like it
know?
sounds so real, dude. And fuck, man, falling is rough. And like, dude, and then like as you get weaker and your muscles start to shake, like the everything goes grayscale and
Oh
your
no.
vision goes in,
Oh shit.
and then you just let go. Dude, it's
So
fucked.
this is like the Dark Souls of Jusant.
Yeah, dude. And then you next thing you know, dude, you're just fucking tumbling off this cliff. It's horrifying, dude.
Jesus.
And like your lifeless body's just laying down, and then you just got like the ascent has ended. You're like, yeah, the fuck it has,
Yeah, definitely ended right there. So
dude. And then, oh man, oh, ask away, ask away.
so like when the ascent is over, is there so you have checkpoints, right? Or is it like
Yes,
okay?
yeah, it's
I was
checkpoint based.
imagine you had to climb it every single time. Like you just fuck up on a part
Dude,
and you have to start at the bottom.
there is
A
a one
mode?
run.
Oh, there's
There
oh
is a
shit.
one run mode, one life. There is a one life, like one life, one death. Like mount. It's called like Mountaineers difficulty. I was just
Mm.
like, oh fuck that. I'm
Yeah, hell
playing
no.
it on like
I
normal
need to
or
I want to try to
alpinist,
enjoy
and
this
it's
game. I want to try to enjoy this game
yeah, dude.
and not try to pull my
Because
hero.
I've died a couple times now. I think I'm on like my third or fourth death. Uh, but I've fallen way more than that.
Hmm.
I think I've fallen or had to like at least like repel and or like save myself from a fall like 30 times, man.
Oof.
It's so rough. And like so when your like muscles are getting weak, you can like put a piton like into the wall, right? You can screw it in. But you have to time it. You can fuck up your piton placement.
Mm.
You can It's not a guarantee, right? You have to screw it in safely. If you don't put it in, like if you rush it, you'll screw it in twisted. And if you screw it in twisted, it breaks when you put your weight on it and you fall still. But
Oh.
like, dude, as your vision goes grayscale, you can like try to put the piton in and you can still fail. You can like literally screw it in, but not have enough time to like you can literally miss the clip
Oh.
and
You do everything
still
right, but
go.
if you make
Like
one mistake, it's Jover.
because you were just because you took too long to notice that you were getting tired and like the fatigue caught up to you like just a second too early. And like so the game's not afraid to punish you
Mm-hmm.
for making for trying to like stay on the wall too long or stay in a bad position too long or like choosing a difficult route because it gets you to a ledge quicker but it's worse handholds.
Mm.
um so you spend a lot of time like looking at like zooming out and checking your route and making sure that you are actually climbing in a serious fashion. Like it's not I'm looking for the next handhold to get up to this next ledge as fast as I can. Sometimes it's moving up and then moving over and then maybe moving down and over and then up, right? It's not just
Mm-hmm.
the ascent, right? Like it's planned, it's calculated. You've obviously you've got your pittons which you can use to like as you climb to take breaks and regenerate your stamina, but like but that's just the climb itself, man.
Yeah.
Uh, there's other things that Ava has to manage. And that's where like the save points and the checkpoints come in, where you can set up your bivouac and maintain and rest Ava so that she's an efficient and strong climber. Um, so like in your bivouac, you've got like your little jet stove where you can cook and maintain your food. Please God, cook and maintain your food. Like pick everything you see. Make sure you're cooking your food. Make sure you have stuff to eat. You'll starve to death on that fucking mountain. Otherwise, because food is not always plentiful everywhere you at. You have to make sure you're eating at the right time. You have to make sure that you are rationing the meals that you do have, because you don't necessarily know when the next food source is going to be available to you on the climb. I definitely got to a point where like the only way I survived was I literally had to eat uncooked, frozen, freeze-dried vegetables.
Sheesh.
It was the last thing I had on me, and I didn't even have any water to steam the fucking things.
Oh no.
It was
Had to get
rough,
at
dude.
that shit raw,
Literally
man.
made it up to the next checkpoint, and thank God there was a broken vending machine with protein bars. Otherwise, the climb would have been over for me, dude. Because like I was choosing to just rush rather than take my time and respect the mechanics of the game early on. You have to like make sure you're staying hydrated. As you climb higher into the mountain, thermals obviously come into play as you get higher up that summit. The weather also works against you. You have a barometer to kind of help you track the weather. I do not fucking recommend climbing a rock face when it's raining. Guess what? Your grip is worse when rocks are slippery and damp. And so like they make you factor that stuff in. Like I've definitely had to like stop mid climb, put a pitten in because I was in like a position where I was having to like use vertical handholds, and I was just like, "It's raining. There's no way I'm going to be able to stay here and not slip," because I had nothing to like latch onto. So I literally had to screw a pitten in and like off belly to like rest, and I had to wait for the weather to pass. Like literally, just wait for the weather to weather and wait for the sun to come back out. And so like while I'm doing this, like I'm still maintaining Ava. Um, you're wrapping. You have to tape your fingers up.
Hmm.
So like you're wrapping your fingers. Go ahead, DJ.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, since you mentioned like you found a broken vending machine or a user.
Yeah.
So are things like that scattered all throughout your journey up this mountain? Is it like because like it's not just a mountain? There's like there's like milestones. There's like you know what I'm saying. There's like shit here and
Yeah,
there.
it's not just an empty mountain. Like
Mhm.
early on in the climb, you're going to run across like tourist features. Like there's an old like cable car route, and you climb along that like at the cable car station, which is where I found the vending machine. uh like there was like uh up on a rock wall on near the vending machine is just like little Adam climbed this wall when he was 11 years old, right? Like so this isn't like a no man's land. Like people have been here like climbing the lower parts of this mountain are for recreation is commonplace. um like around the early like mid game, like you literally meet another climber,
Oh
and
shit.
Ava has feelings about that. Not necessarily good ones, and we'll get a little bit more into Ava because she's not she's a character truly.
Hmm.
um
So
and
this is not
so there's
like a
just
silent like you can self insert type of thing. This is like
no, Ava has a story, and and like there are things that are going on with you along the climb. You have like a climb bot that like assists you with your climb to kind of
mhm.
to bring you into that modern like gamey type. It's the video gamey part of the game, right?
Yeah.
Like the climb bots like to help it make sense to make it so you can get to the top. You can repair broken pittons. You use it to compost plastic and organics to make chalk for your hands. Right, you've got to retape your fingers to make sure you can maintain your grip. You got to feed yourself. You have to rest, etc., etc. Like the game has a lot mechanically that synergizes with your ability to be successful during that climb. Um, and Ava's a interesting character.
Hmm.
She's very serious, very serious. Uh, Ava is the protagonist in the sense that they are so determined. Like they live for the grind,
Yeah.
right? The achievement is their life, the next milestone is their everything. And we there's tales of these kinds of people, right? But when you live your life, for one aspect, there's consequences,
Right.
right? So while Ava is living for the climb and her head is focused on the ascent to Mount Kami, you get messages from your agents, your friends, your loved ones from your climb bot, to give you updates on life on the ground, like your agents trying to get you to participate in the professional contractual obligation of sharing, like your success and like taking pictures of your climb. But like to Ava, like being signed to a sponsor to allow her to climb was just a necessary evil that she had to do to allow her to get the what she needed to get to that summit, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
but she doesn't care for the sponsor. She's only cares for the climb. Uh, like you get messages from her girlfriend Naomi throughout, like giving her updates on her life. And they start out really positive. Naomi is very excited about Ava and Ava's ability to like do this once in a lifetime thing. But of course, Naomi's life goes on while Ava is up climbing this mountain. Naomi's living their regular life. And things happen, right? Like while Ava's up on the mountain, there's some life events that start to occur to her.
Mm-hmm.
Things start happening to her relationships, or maybe some things start happening to her pets or her relationships with her sponsor. But she's thousands of miles away trying to complete this lifetime goal while she's sacrificing her normal life behind her as things start to kind of unravel for her, because you can't live right, you can't live for the one goal, like I said, and not have those other aspects fall short. Like she's a character that has a strong purpose but lacks balance in her
Mm-hmm.
life, and that's Ava's story. um, and obviously I haven't had the opportunity personally to roll credits, because this game has been checking my fucking ego, because I've been like, yep, that's the right route, and then I put a pitten in halfway up and I fucking look out and I go, I've made a horrible mistake and now I have to fucking backtrack this direction 5 minutes just to fucking get where I to the hopefully the next bivouac. Thank God the save points seem plentiful at this point, but I'm not expecting that to always be the case as the climb gets more difficult, right? And I'm having to worry about things like ice and snow, and the weather killing me alongside with
Yeah.
my own ability to properly manage my resources. Uh, while Ava's trying to complete this great task, while the normal aspects of their life are just slipping away from them. And it actually the story I really engaged in the story from Ava's perspective because of that, because I'm curious like how much she is going to lose in the pursuit of this lifelong goal. Like, are her relationships gonna stay intact, or is she gonna lose it all? I don't know, but I definitely want to see uh, the ending of Ava's story and like what happens to her in pursuit of this goal. Um, the game is challenging. The climbing is sometimes frustrating because, like I said, it's not afraid to punish you for making any sort of mistake. Taking the climb seriously and learning to enjoy picking that route and engaging in the mechanics of the game and making sure that Ava is at her best as a climber is just it's so synergistic. The mechanics don't feel like they're at odds with one another. It feels like it's a really solid survival simulated package with a fantastic but unexpected story, um, about achieving a lifelong goal at all costs.
Mm.
And I cannot wait to see the conclusion of Ava's story.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What would you rate it, my good sir?
This is an indie game published by an indie developer. It comes with a $30 price tag. I believe, for the experience that it offers and uh, the story that has taken me by surprise up to this point, um, unfurling in what feel like real time moments. You know that movie The Drive,
I'm going to say
where
yes for the
like
sake of the the video,
uh
the
Ernell
podcast.
was Ernell was I've not personally seen it, but I've
Oh,
known
okay.
Ernell's talked about it. But like if I'm pretty sure it's based off of like a football player, if I recall, and it's
Mm-hmm.
basically about like this dude getting like this lifelong once in a lifetime opportunity, and he's
Mm-hmm.
like on this drive to like go to this football game, and he just keeps receiving fucking awful phone call after awful phone call, and his life is unraveling in moments.
Yeah.
Uh and like there's nothing he can do because he's already committed to this obligation, and this feels so much like that from the perspective of like this life journey. And I'm oh god, I'm really fucking with that. This is a play it now, for the experience and the price tag and the love that clearly went into this game. I would encourage anybody looking for a unique indie experience to give this game a try. Be respectful of the fact that this game is much more challenging than Cairn, or than Jusant. See, Cairn is much more challenging than Jusant. Just be mindful of that. But aside from that, it is still every bit as beautiful, every bit as engaging, every bit as atmospheric as Jusant was. Um, and I think that by the end, I could end up, I could see myself enjoying this as a complete package. Um, More than Jusan because of the determination that I feel distilled in me to complete this journey with Ava.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And right now you can pick up Cairn on Steam. It's 10% off until February 12th. So it is $26.99 on Steam. If you want the deluxe
Oh
upgrade, it'll
yeah,
be
launch discount.
34.18. Um which I think just includes the soundtrack and some other things. A travel book, 3 suits of keepsakes, and 5 wallpapers. So shout out to Cairn, man. Get to play it now. Complete opposite of Highguard. You flipped it. Um,
Yep, complete opposite.
yeah, man. I might have to check it out.
You would fuck with it, honestly. I think it's pretty niche, but I
Mhm.
think mechanically you'd find it really engaging.
Yeah. It looks fun. I just looked at the little bit of the trailer. It looks pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. It looks the views look incredible.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I've been taking full advantage of the photo mode
Oh, there's a photo mode. Oh, hell yeah. That's sick.
on
On
launch,
launch. Hell
because
yeah.
you should have that. Come on,
I feel like every
fucking
game should have
Borderlands
a
4.
photo mode. You know, just fuck it. Throw a photo
Dude,
mode.
especially if your game is about like the views in like nature, like at the bare minimum.
Yeah, if you have some like cool landscapes and cool, set like yeah, bro, throw a photo mode in there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but we hope you're not looking at a photo of us uh, because you can't hear us or see us moving because this has been Good Kraken's Death Ratio, your source for all the nerdy video game news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear each and every week. If you like what you heard, you can head on over to patreon.com/goodcrackpods, where you can get exclusive content, discounts on merchandise, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services, wherever you like to watch or listen. You can also help us level up
Yeah.
our game by joining the GK community on our Discord channel by clicking the link down in the description section below, then subscribing to our podcast channel by searching for Death Ratio and leaving a review there. We have to go, everyone, but until next time, uh, Highguard, these nuts. Good night.